guys, welcome to another video. So the footage that you would have just seen is from my ride this morning. So this morning I went out for an endurance-based session. I haven't really done many long rides so far this year, so I just felt like I was due to do one and ended up doing a 100k ride in the hills. So I was meant to do endurance training today, but not quite that much, but I just really felt like I really wanted to do a long ride. So yeah, other than that, I haven't really filmed much of my training this week. Yesterday I did some 5-minute VO2 efforts, and unfortunately I got hit by a car. So I was so lucky that I was pretty much unscathed, and my bike is completely fine. It's got like maybe a bit of a mark on the rear skewer, but that was it. I was basically heading up Norton Summit to do my efforts. I was actually on my last effort when it happened, so I was already 1 minute into my effort. I was in the zone, so I was like pushing some watts, and as I was coming up, a car basically didn't give way as they came onto the road, and as I was coming up the hill, they've pulled out and basically hit me. And I really don't understand how they didn't see me, because I was wearing like a pretty bright jersey, and it was a bright morning, like the sun was out, and I was already coming up the road, so she would have had to have like seen me when she checked to give way, unless, you know, she just didn't check at all to give way. But yeah, the lady who hit me was really good about it. She gave me her details, and she was actually like really shocked and worried that I'd been hurt. She pulled over, and yeah, so wasn't such an issue. I was able to continue on with my training session. And then on my way home from my training session, I nearly got hit by a car again. Same thing, they just did not give way. I was in the bike lane and they just went straight across. And yeah, I was literally less than a meter away from being hit by this car. And yeah, as it happened, I kind of screamed and I swore out loud, as you would if you're about to get cleaned up by a car. And the lady who was driving had the nerve to shout out at me, "Learn some manners." It's like, learn some manners. You just nearly ran me over with your car. You didn't give way. I swore out loud, understandably, and you're telling me to learn some manners. She should really learn how to drive a car properly without killing anyone on the road. But yeah, that was part of the reason why there wasn't really any filming going on yesterday. It was just a complete mess. But yeah, now that little rant is over. I mentioned in my previous video that I might be doing an FTP test at the end of my rest week, which was last week, and that did happen on Sunday. Unfortunately, it was a complete fail. So I got about 12 minutes into the FTP test and just completely blew up. I went too hard at the start, and I also just wasn't feeling that great on the day. So, you know, you have your good days, you have your bad days, and I really was just not feeling it at all. Anthony was basically filming it for me, so we put the GoPro on the back of his bike, and Anthony had done a race earlier that morning, so he was pretty cooked and he couldn't keep up for the whole FTP test. So I was sitting behind him, and I noticed that my watts were getting too low, so I ended up just overtaking him and just went up the road, where unfortunately about 5 minutes later I completely blew up and just left it at that. But yeah, that's just my little update. I'm not going to be riding for the next 2 days because I'm just going to be at work all day, and I have some other things going on, so I won't be riding until the weekend, and hopefully I'll be able to do some filming then. I think on Saturday I'm meant to be doing some efforts, and then on Sunday I'm meant to be doing some more endurance stuff. So yeah, hopefully I'll get some filming for you guys. I've also got some other footage I need to put up. like some descending footage. So Anthony and I want to put together a bit of like a video about descending and just some tips for beginners and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, got a few things in the works. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next video.